Guys, I'm here with my weekly check-in to just kind of give you some information. Hopefully you can encourage your classmates to actually watch this because it's clear from some of the questions that I get that people are not watching these. I've tried to make them very short and to the point so that I could just get that information out to you without sending you 1,000 remind messages. So the first thing I want to talk about today is grading. I have not put any grades in the Skyward gradebook yet. I'm kind of waiting for some clarification just so that you understand for the six weeks that your grade for my class will be based on what you're actually doing in Edgenuity and what your final course grade is in Edgenuity. As far as what gets put in the gradebook and for now, I'm just not real sure what to do with that because in the end, what matters is what overall happened in Edgenuity. So I will get back with you as soon as I get some clarification so you can understand how grading is going to work. For now, I'm just not putting anything in. The journals, OMG, the journals, okay? On April 2nd, I sent a remind that I had put something in Google Classroom. And then I explained last week in my video about what I put in Google Classroom, the keywords for the journals. Okay, you have to use some specific words in your explanations in order for you to get credit. And so I put a list of those words for each journal in there. Okay, before that, I was telling you I'll reset them because I don't even know what the keywords were or why it was giving you zeros. I'm not going to be resetting them anymore. I need you to be able to follow directions. That is one thing that I think hopefully some of you can learn from this is that there's things that you have to do and instructions you have to follow and you need to be able to, so I said you need to be able to keep up with things. So I said, print that list, take a screenshot of that list, write it on your arm, post it on your refrigerator, do whatever you got to do, but make sure you use those words. They're lesson by lesson. It tells you which ones you have to use. Also, I sent this morning, some of you, not all of you, probably the people that aren't watching the video, but a message through Skyward. So I want to make sure that you understand Skyward messages because I don't know that all of you even knew that they were there. But when you log into Skyward to check your grades, on your phone, in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little envelope, and that is your Skyward messages. What it looks like on the computer for you, I'm not sure, but you're smart enough to be able to find it if that's what you're looking at. But if a teacher has sent a message through Skyward, it will send it to an email that you have on file, probably your school email, I'm not sure what, but it will also have them all posted in the message center in Skyward. So check those. If you're having trouble figuring out where those are or checking them, again, you may not have a message from me. It was just the people that hadn't made very much progress that I sent that to. But one student I was talking to this morning checked their Skyward messages while we were talking, and there was some from some teachers that he hadn't seen before. So make sure that you check those because you might be good. I haven't really sent much out. I've sent some Skyward messages out to parents. I only sent some out to students today, so you wouldn't have a ton or maybe any from me, but you may have some from some other teachers. So I want to make sure that you are getting what you need. And a question was asked of me this morning about whether or not all teachers had to do Zoom or Google Hangouts. I'm not real sure. I mean, I was excited that I could do something like that. I'm asking for clarification on that too, if we're like required to, because maybe not all of your teachers are. But if you're not getting any information or any feedback from some of your teachers, or you don't know what's going on in a class that's not mine, please let me know. I can help you get that figured out because I want to make sure that you know what's going on, not just in my class, but in all of your classes. And just remember, we're all trying to figure this out together and trying to give everybody some grace on this. But, I am a firm believer that, yes, I should give you some grace and, having to repeat myself, whatever, I'm fine with all of that. But at some point, if I give you too much of that stuff, you kind of learn some bad habits. So if there's something going on, and this is why you can't keep up with things, and this is why everything is still so confusing and whatnot, please let me know. You don't have to give me any details. I'm not trying to get in your business, but some of you are just sitting at home bored and you're just not doing stuff, but other people may have some other things going on. Just communication is the key with me and with your other teachers, and we will give you as much grace and help as you need. And then Wednesdays, remember Wednesday is math day. So on Wednesdays, I want you to fill out the Wednesday check-in. It'll always be really quick. I didn't get it out last Wednesday morning. Sorry, it didn't come out to the afternoon, but I will make sure you have it actually Wednesday morning. I'll send it in a remind and I'll put it in Google Classroom. You don't have to do both. They're the same thing, but they're going to be a little bit different every week. So don't go back in and check in on like last week's. Some of you did that and it's fine. Like I'll go find it, but I want to have different ones. And then this Wednesday, we're going to do the second lesson, 9-2, in the intro to calculus stuff. So I will put the blank copy of the notes and the assignment in the folder tomorrow so that you can print it out ahead of time if you want to. Again, if you can't, I understand, but if you do have the capabilities, it would be helpful for you to have those blank notes in front of you. And then if you can't join me live at 10 or at noon, just let me know. Some of y'all let me know last week, and that's fine if you're at work or whatever else is going on. But then I will put the video in Google Classroom in that afternoon so that you can go and still get that lesson. Because remember, it's important stuff that you need for calculus that is not in Edgenuity. But everything, all of the topics you are doing in Edgenuity, I did make those videos and those assignments available on Google Classroom too. So remember, if you're looking for anything from me right now, it's in Google Classroom, or at least the link is in Google Classroom. And I've tried to, it should all kind of be at the top, and I've tried to label things pretty obviously. I mean, it makes sense to me at the time, but if you have any questions about any of that stuff, just let me know. You know how to get a hold of me through Remind, through email, my Zoom meetings, all that good kind of stuff. Some of you I haven't heard very much from, so I'm starting to get a little bit worried. When I've checked in, I've gotten a little bit of response from you, but just enough so I'm not worried anymore. But there's not a whole lot of progress going on. And somebody has already finished pre-cal, like they're done. They finished the whole course. They still need to do the Wednesday stuff, but they're done with everything in Edgenuity. So get that done. I know some of you are just working on some other classes, and that's fine too. I mean, if you just let me know, hey, I'm working on these classes first. I'm going to finish all of those, and then I'm going to work on yours or whatever. So I at least know that you kind of have a plan and that you're not just not doing it, or there's not something else going wrong that I need to be worried about. Okay. So as always, I miss you and I love you. And if you need anything at all, please let me know, and I will see you Wednesday, 10 a.m. or noon on Zoom. All those links, everything you need in Google Classroom. Okay, bye.